Match on the line, $25,000. Prestigious title. Clara stays hot. She had 10 straight strikes, Chris. We saw it end up that match with Carolyn Doran-Ballard still on the money.
Absolutely, same thing. She's getting the ball out of the foul line. She's catching it really nicely, mixes them up. The hardest shot sometimes is the very first one. She's out of the gates.
Always interesting with Cara Honeychurch because she had to wait a match. She bowled the first of our championship show here. Another convincing victory, but the lane changes, oil transition. How will that affect the powerful left-hander? We'll see.
Come on!
Almost takes the 8-pin out too, trying to talk out another strike.
It's a really bad break, actually. In her previous match, she started first and then had to wait, and she came back, started with the same ball, and then had to switch. Looks like this time she's just picked up the speed, and she thinks she can stay with this one the whole match.
Took care of Leanne Barrett easily, 232-156, first match of this championship show. One opponent left. Has her mark, but you're right. First few times in this tournament, she had a great start. We'll see if that affects her play here in the championship round.
If Clara gets started like she did last match, it's going to be tough for anyone, obviously.
Well, Chris, we'll see if she can remain hot here. She's been just magnificent in all of her bowling so far here in Vegas.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Another strike. So this is really dramatic for her. If she wins the $25,000, she can help her family back home.
It's really a fantastic and inspiring story. She has really made good on her parents' efforts to give her an opportunity. She is seizing the moment.
Another strike. Wow. The roll continues. Cara, as tough under pressure as anyone has been throughout this event here in Vegas, has to answer the call again. Baby split.
Well, that's not great news there because she hasn't had any trouble getting the ball back to the pocket. It may be the same thing as in her previous match, in her previous second match, where the ball was starting to hook a little bit too early. Starts to look a little bit lazy down lane. Instead of coming back up into the pocket, it goes light. Leaves a 2-7. She really needs to make this right now.
All right.
Takes care of it. Nicely done. 3-6 and a spare conversion for Cara Honeychurch from Australia. It's Australia against Colombia in the finals. From Colombia, the great start to this championship match. $25,000 on the line here from the Fashion Show Mall in Las Vegas.
This is really a key shot here coming out of the break.
Looks for the turkey to begin the match. Another! Tom, she is on fire here.
Yeah, this Women's Challenge final with Australia taking on Colombia, it just proves how bowling is such a popular sport worldwide. Europe, Asia, the Middle East, anywhere. A match like this is just proof that bowling really should be in the Olympic Games.
Another fantastic strike. I'm so impressed by this 24-year-old's composure in what is the biggest moment that she's ever bowled in.
Cara suddenly in a 22-pin hole has to answer.
Come on, this time.
Just not getting the breaks, Chris, she had throughout the first several matches in this tournament, 6-pin up.
It's kind of the same thing again here. It's just a little bit early, and she's got to either keep the speed way up or she's going to have to move in a little bit. Earlier, she didn't like moving in, so I believe she's going to have to stay very firm or she's going to have to go and shell down again to a ball that goes a little bit longer, but she better do it quickly.
All right.
Has her mark, but with the way Clara is going, and she has just been sizzling through this championship show. 13 strikes in a row and a 23-pin lead here. Looks for the four-bagger to begin this match. This is incredible.
Yeah, 13 in a row. Andy Variopapa, 300 in there, huh? Tell you, before this women's challenge started, I don't think a lot of people would have picked Cara Honeychurch or Clara Guerrero to be here because Cara had been off and Clara is so young. But here they are, and they both look so comfortable.
How about 4 straight to start the championship match? Oh, no help on number 10. How did it stand? And as her Colombian teammate Sarah Vargas watches, the streak ends.
It's really another fantastic shot. Goes a little bit long. The 6-pin goes to the gutter. Doesn't make it back out. Looking for the love tap. No dice.
So Chris will go here for the 10-pin and a spare. We have manual pin centers, manual ball return here. A little old school look in Vegas. But it's the young blood who definitely has been impressive. Another mark for her to maintain a large lead in this championship match.
And the trademark of all these players coming out of these great college programs, they're great spare shooters.
You know exactly what you went through at Wichita State. Same facilities, right? Same coaches.
Facilities, yeah. Different coaches than when I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I even coached for a little while. They've obviously gotten better at that since I left. So
I'm sure you were a fine leader, Chris. 4th frame for
Come
Cara.
on this time. Yes. Come on.
Wow, is she firing.
That's what she wanted. And realizes finally, with a little chink in the armor from Clara with a spare, not a strike, that maybe she can take advantage, get herself back in the match. It's still early, not even midway through this championship match, with 25 grand on the line from Vegas. 15 of the best female bowlers in the world. We're down to just 2. Clara Guerrero on the approach from Colombia. Not the ball reaction she wanted probably there, but 9 pins down, good count.
yeah, this wasn't her best shot. It's maybe the only bad shot she's thrown since the 2nd frame of her first match. It got too far out. Some 9s are much better than others. That's a good 9 right there.
Chris, she'll look for her spare here. 5th frame. Heading into this one, she had a 22-pin lead. Clara has a 2-pin and a spare to stay clean here, but the streak of strikes, which had gone 13 in a row between the first match here in the championship show and match 2 for her, now comes to an end. Can Cara take advantage, string some strikes together? She's still in the match.
History would indicate that she's great in these situations, and she'll come roaring back right now. Ball change.
Can she respond?
Sit. Yes.
Indeed, big shot. Cara Honeychurch from Australia to keep things interesting, and the ball change pays off.
Tom, like we talked about, in her first match, she switched after in the 5th frame. This time she switches in the 4th. The shot before she changed for a strike. This is another one. She got that shot in. It held. Absolutely the right move for her. She's going to be tough now.
All 10 down. Big strike as Clara answers Cara's charge.
So impressed with her poise.
It's another good shot. She gets it out of the lane. Much better trajectory. Much better angle through the front of the lane. You know, what I really liked was the fire at the end, too. She was really pumped up about that shot.
Now it's Cara. It's for the Turkey 6th frame. Thunder is right, Shannon O'Keefe, one of the great female bowlers here. Love the homemade signs. And she closes the gap to 1 now. Things getting very interesting with the Turkey.
The whole difference in that ball change is the energy at the end of the lane. Before, when she hit there, it was a flat 7-pin. Now she sends them scrambling after each other.
Carter, husband, had their first baby, little Emma. 2-pin here for Clara. Emma's 18 months old. She and dad are back home in Australia. Cassie Golden watches the action. One of our great bowlers here at the USBC Women's Challenge. Clara for her spare. Clara tries to keep it going. Converts nicely, stays clean. Christian's really been unflappable for such a young bowler. You must be impressed.
I'm incredibly impressed.